Okay, so I will check in some things. There is still this problem of the top segment of the 7-segment display that is not working. But then I randomly tried to flip the switch, and I'm not sure what this module is, because I don't think this is needed. But this is the connector that goes from here to the keyboard, and if I switch this off, it actually works fine. So I'm not sure what the problem was with that. I will check on the internet if there's something that came with the keyboard or something that the owner added themselves. I don't know, but I will check. So now it is working, and the next step is to try and run some test programs. Okay, so hi everyone, welcome to this new video. And in this video I'm gonna show you a little bit how the keyboard work, and we're gonna try some test programs that I'm gonna take from the book that can be found on the Internet Archive. Then I will link it down below. And so let's just go ahead and power up the machine. And first of all, I'm gonna explain a little bit of this section. So I'm gonna zoom in a bit. I don't know if you can read them, but I'm gonna explain it to them. So I'm not entirely sure of some of them because I've been playing around with this just for a few days, but some of these are registers. So for example, this is the register AF, and we can select that. I'm gonna show you later how. And so this is the content of the register A on the left, the 2 bytes on the left, and F on the 2 bytes on the right. And so these are the 2-byte registers, but there are also maybe I'm seeing something wrong. I'm not sure if there are 16-bit. No, okay, it's right. Sorry. Yes, so these are registers AF, BC, the EHL, and I'm not sure if IX and I epsilon are registers or not. And to switch between this mode, you simply use this left arrow and right arrow. If I zoom out a little bit, I should be able to show you. Okay, so if I press the left arrow, we can move to the left, of course. With the right arrow, we can move to the right. And probably the most important mode is the here the PC mode, and PC stands for program counter. So it stores the address of the next command to be executed. So this is really important when you need to start a program. And next to it there is the mem section, and this is even more important because this is used to set the RAM. So let's try a little program to explain how to load some values in memory and how to run a program. So I'm gonna use the ebook that I think that it's only in Italian, so I'm gonna explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it. And so now we need to load a little program that looks like this. Let's see if I can show you. This is the program, because of course in this machine there is no like assembly to machine code translation. You need to do it yourself, so you will only put like hexadecimal values in memory, and so you need to translate it yourself. And so in this example we need to first of all load in the address 100, or I should say 0100, because it's hexadecimal, so it's not 100. So we just can move. We are already there in the mem section, and here we see the address, and here we see the value of that address. So in the memory at address 0 there is the FF value. And to change the address that we're currently seeing, we use this LA, that means load address. And so we input the value of the address, so 100 in this case, and we press load address. And as you can see, we are on address 100, and this is the value of the address. And what the program asks us is to put 3E, the hexadecimal value 3E, inside this block of memory. So to do that, we simply input the value 3 and E, and we press the store button, and by doing that the address will be increased by 1, so that it's like easier to program. But we can see if everything is correct by just inputting 100, load address again, and we can see that there is the 3E value. See if I can show it to you a little bit better. Okay, let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so let's load the other part of the program, and to do that we have to go to 101, and to do that easily we can press the increment button. So by doing that we are at 0101, and we can input 00, so 00 store, and then we have to put 3C store, C3 store, 02 store, and 01 store. And so now we can check the memory if everything is correct. So we put 100 and load address, and we can just increment to check if all the values are correct. Okay, that seems correct to me. And the next thing to do is to go to the program counter section. So let's go there, and here we have to load the value 100 because that's the first step of our program. So we just do 100 and we press store, and so now the program counter is set to, I keep calling it 100, but it's 0100. And what this program should do is to increment the counter. So for that we have to check the AF register and the 2 byte on the left, and so because the A is the accumulator. And so there are two ways to run the program. The first is to use the SS button, and this SS button is just a single step button. So it will increment the program counter by 1 and just run the command. So if we do that, as you can see, the accumulator is incremented. But if you want to run it, you can just press go here, and this will just all turn off, but it is running in theory. And if you press break, we can go to the AF, and we see that this has reached the value AE. And so this program is a really simple program, but it shows you a lot of things that can be made with this machine. Okay, so next up we are gonna run some internal routines that are stored in the ROM to do some tests on the machine. So the first test is a test on the memory, and it will basically load all the memory from 0000 to 0FAA with a bit, incrementing it, shifting it every time to the left. So it should do something like that. Let's see if I can. Okay. But it will check it automatically. So if nothing shows up here, and if once we run this routine, we come back to this configuration, that's the base configuration when you press reset, everything works fine. So, and if something appears here on the screen, it means that there is a problem in the sector. So to do that, I'm gonna use the book that actually has a text with the memory location of this. I don't know if you can see it, but there is the memory location of the test. So, and it's FADC. So we go to the program counter, and in theory I lost the page, 1 sec. Okay, so in theory we just need to go to the program counter section, and we are already there, the PC section, and we have to load the address of that routine, and that is FAADC, and store. And so now that's the value of the program counter, and if we just press go, as you can see now it's already done. So we just came back to the program counter section, so that means everything went good, and so we know that the RAM is okay. So I was really lucky with this machine because everything is working perfectly basically, and we can just run another test. This test is for the display, and we have to load another coroutine, and so that is another address. So let's load that, and that is at address FB43. So FB43 store, and let's just go. Okay, this is to test all the LEDs, and as you can see, everything is working fine. And in theory, when you press a button, if you look at the schematics for these LEDs are all hooked up to the same line, and so this checks the whole line. So if we now run it again, let's load again that address, so FB43. Okay, store and go. If you choose like this will just power on only the LEDs that are hooked up to that line. So everything seems to be working fine on the LED side and on the RAM side, so that's really good news. I will probably maybe write some program for the next video. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. Probably, well, we can discuss what I want to try. First of all, I want to do some tests with the prototyping board, and of course to connect it to the buses. And I've seen some books online that do that. So there is probably I will use something from old magazines or something like that, and I want to try and hook up a cassette reader, but I'm not sure what the protocol is. So yes, thank you for watching, and to the next video with some other tests and some other programs.